5 on your health tonight, taking a closer look at gun violence. It is the leading cause of death for kids in the U.S., and pediatricians say every single one is preventable. Joining us now, Dr. Scott Hadlen, Chief of Adolescent Medicine at Mass General for Children. Dr. Hadlen, thanks as always for being here.
Thanks for having me.
First off, I do want to say Massachusetts is one of the safest states when it comes to gun violence in the country. But you've read the research. What's the risk here?
Yeah, this is a tragedy and a public health emergency in the country. Guns now, as you said, killing more kids every year under the age of 19 and under across the United States than any other cause of death. So killing more than motor vehicle crashes, than drug overdoses, than drowning, than cancer, lots of other causes that we're constantly thinking about. And guns now killing the equivalent of 13 kids or teenagers every day across the United States. Most of those, the majority of them, are homicides where a child is actually murdered. About a third of them are suicides, so we have to think a lot about mental health as well. And then there's a smaller percentage that are unintentional injuries, where often a young child might get into a gun and then has an injury that ends up being fatal. And it's important to remember that kids as young as 3 can have the strength to pull the trigger of a gun.
Wow. Okay, so we've all kind of gotten used to those intake questionnaires when we see the doctor. Is that part of what you do, asking patients or their parents whether there's a gun in the house?
Yeah, I do ask my patients about guns, and actually this is recommended by the American Academy of Pediatrics. Look, we ask about seat belts because we know that motor vehicle crashes kill kids. We ask about bike helmets because we know this is an important safety thing. And so even though conversations about guns have in many ways become politicized in this country, there's nothing political about keeping kids safe, and what I find is that many families welcome these conversations. If I could sort of make one single recommendation to families, and what the same recommendation that I make in the exam room is that we always want to make sure that kids can't get into guns, right? So we want to make sure that guns are locked away so that kids can't get at them, and ideally are locked away without the ammo in them. So they're unloaded and the ammo is stored and locked away separately.
So that brings us to the next question. Do you think parents should ask other parents if there's a gun at home? For instance, maybe your kid is going to a sleepover, right? And you don't know the parents that well. Is that a fair question to ask?
Yeah, I think that's a great thing for parents to do. And actually, I, as a dad of 2 young kids, actually do this. We do this in our family. We'll reach out to family members before we go stay at their house. We'll reach out to friends that, we're bringing the kids over to their house to spend time. And, I think at first it can feel a little bit different or sort of like a little bit awkward.
It feels awkward,
to do.
For sure, yeah.
The way that I do it is, first of all, just try to normalize it. And some language that parents might find easy for this conversation is, send a text to the home that you're going over to and just say, hey, my child's really curious. Do you have any guns in the house? And if so, could you lock them away before we come over there? And I think the more that we normalize these conversations, the safer kids are going to be.
Yeah, really good advice. Important topic, of course. Dr. Hadlen, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too.